Hey, what's up, Queen Lauren? I'm glad you contacted me. I was trying to get a hold of you before and then I gave up because I don't even think I have your real number. But, anyways, I want to come clean real quick about Kermit Friends and Elisa Jordana and all of that. People warned me for a long time, like for over a year, about Elisa Jordana, to include people that are very close to her and know her personally, okay? Um, I didn't really understand exactly what they were trying to tell me. It took me a while to figure that out. Alicia Jordana is one of those lesbians, but she's not really a lesbian because she was born a male who had a sex change. I mean, I don't know how you call that a lesbian. Um, that and her real name is Elisa Aduru. He was born in India, and the Aduru tribe never names male babies with the name Elisa or Elizabeth or anything along those lines. Okay. Elise is another name they also give to males. His name technically was Elisa, Aduru. You can Google that tribe easy, and I'll tell you how to find everything about that. When Elisa or Elizabeth, no, you got to go back to Elisa Duru, technically. You got to go to Elisa Duru when you're researching this. And you're going to find that New York is the first place that name pops up, and it only goes up to a certain year and then it stops. You never, ever hear that name again. And that was when he was still in high school. So why have you never heard that name again? It's kind of odd, isn't it? Well, then you find out that her next name that he took on is Elizabeth Aduru. And then she even had another account where it was Elizabeth Schwartz, and then she cut that one. And then you go to another one, her last one, where it's Elizabeth Schwartz. There was never, ever any Elizabeth Schwartz ever born in the state of New Jersey within the 5 years that she claims to have been born in New Jersey. There was never any Elisa Jordana, or Elisa Schwartz born in the state of New York within 5 years of when she claims to have been born there. And none of them are her. The next closest one to her also lives in California, but is 56 plus years old, like 58 years old or something like that. That's not her, obviously, right? And so, like, I've gone online and said, well, no, I don't really think she's a male. I mean, come on, I was just a joke. I was just going after her. I was mad at her, this or that. It's not true. I know for a fact that she's a male. So I'm just going to stop it right there because we're talking about a man who had surgery and plastic surgery to look like a woman. But is there anybody out there that thinks that anybody that has the Y chromosome should be competing in female sports? I don't think so. See, transgender, yeah. And a lot of people are coming at me because I broke out up here and on my face a little bit. Let me explain something to you. I'm the number one blood clot patient outside of Germany. And I had a flare up here recently, and I'm gotten over that pretty good. But it caused that to happen. So it's a very temporary deal. I've never broken out of my face in my life. And it'll go away, and then I'll probably never break out again. So don't listen to their character assassination or any of that. So Elisa goes out of her way to make people hate her or him. I might refer to her as her because she wants to be seen as a female. So I try to respect that, but I have a hard time with it because she's not a female. It doesn't matter if you put on a wig and a dress. You're still not a woman if you're a man, right? There you go. So that's where we're at. Just because you have your pecker tucked up inside you does not change the fact that you're still a man. If you have the Y chromosome, guess what? You're a male. You're not a female, period. To any exaggeration or imagination of the mind, you're still a male. So But Elisa, everybody that really cares about Elisa, she goes and finds out who they hate the most, and she makes them her friends. Like, I've done some tremendous things to help her out over on Kermit Friends. But instead of embracing me and making me her actual friend, or even ever giving me one single chance over there at Kermit Friends, you know what she did? She went and friended up this Team Hate that's been stalking me since 2015. Not only that, but she made Wits In one of her admins in her Discord. And he's a temporary producer, and he's about to be homeless because he's never, ever been able to support himself. He's a moocher, and he's lived off of his family his entire life. His mom only finally kicked his ass to the curb this recent past year because she had enough of him yelling at her and degrading her the way that he always did. He wouldn't even take out the trash for her, and they had a real short front yard. What a lowlife, right? And his wife finally had enough of him. She's divorcing him and leaving him. So basically, she's kicking him to the curb, and he's about to be homeless. His own family don't even want him around because he's a troublemaker. Hello, Danny. So, look, they even banned Danny, and I don't really care for Danny too much. And I blocked you on Twitter, and I'm going to block you on anywhere else I see you, Danny. But it's only for the reason that you still like and hang around Kermit and Friends. And I don't want to be associated with anybody who's friended with Team Hate or anything to do with Elisa Jordana, because I just don't care to be. People want to come over here. They always come over here to me every time I leave out of that piece of crap little group over there. And they tell me such wonderful, sweet things and sucker me back in there. Those days are done. I got zero respect for Elisa Jordana. I don't like her. You understand? I not only don't like her, I think I hate her. Because I tell you, when I think about her own family turning against her like they did, puts a smile on my face. I don't know why. I cannot explain that. To know that she's so dumb that she quit her job because her boss made sexual advances at her puts a smile on my face. Not because I support men that do that, because I don't. And not because I wanted her to lose her job. In fact, I tried to fight against that. But I'm going to tell you what really happened with that in a minute. Everybody over there already knows. But what's up, Mr. Negativity? I know that you're not Mr. Negativity, or you would never have mentioned IP2. Rob D. Haven and Team Hate, to include Tall Dart, started talking to all of her co-workers. He's admitted this. And he's talked to her boss. And he admitted that. And he's also many times talked about how he wanted to bring down Kermit Friends and how he wanted to bring her down. See, he's also bragged about how she embraces him and loves him and all of that trash. The fact is, she has always supported them. And I never understood why. Because they're the reasons her boss did what he did to get rid of her. And she rewarded them by making him one of the admin on her Discord. If you could possibly fathom that. If I called your boss and talked to him for 6 months until I finally convinced you to get rid of that person, to get rid of you, would you like, I don't know, send me $1,000 or make me the admin of your show? Hell no, you wouldn't do that, would you? But she embraces them. So I will say it right now. With her track record, she will never, ever keep another job. Never. She'll get another job. Sure she will. But she's going to lose it because they're going to see to it that she's not allowed to keep a job. There's a way to prevent that and stop it and put it to an end right now. And I tried to give her that, but she just wouldn't even talk to me. So screw her, you know. And to think about all of the people that does have them as friends. It's beyond imagination. You're talking about people that will take 20-second clips of your live stream, send it to your police department to try to make you look like a pedophile. They have done those things on more than one occasion, many occasions. They've done this to more than one person. They've done it to many people. She supports that. Kermit and Friends supports that activity. They support getting her fired, or they wouldn't even be friends with those kind of people. See, this is one of those times when something is actually going on that's beyond belief. This is one of those times. They even called the hospital I was in when I had to go to the emergency room and try to dox me and slander me with pure lies and filthy hate speech to the doctors. She liked that. She loves that kind of activity. And if she did not support it, then there's no way that she would have embraced those people like the way that she has, to that degree especially. So I not only left Kermit and Friends, but I blocked every single main person that's a part of Kermit and Friends on everything. I blocked her on everything. She cannot get in touch with me right now unless she pops in over here. And if I see her, I'm just going to block her. I don't give a crap what she's got to say at this point. So I do want to warn anybody and everybody that meets Elisa Schwartz, whose stage name is Elisa Jordana, to run away from Elisa Jordana as fast as you meet her. She got really upset at me several times for not inviting new people to her show. Who in the hell would invite people to that kind of a scenario? Not me. I quit inviting people a long time ago. About a year ago, I started up a room for her. And here's the thought behind this. Everybody said, oh, it's a secret room. There was nothing secret about the room, or you would have never even known about it. But everybody knew about this room. But the room was not secret. It was created to create an environment where a handful of people or so, maybe 10 people, could come together and work on inviting more popular talent to her show and to Kermit and Friends. And we got somewhat active in there. I think we invited maybe 2 people to her show as a result, but that was it. And Tall, Dark, and a Handful started popping up with these fake accounts and started causing everybody to hate everybody and argue with everybody. And it worked. It shut down the room. I shut down the room. In fact, I lost that account. I got so mad and was cussing him out so bad. And I didn't even care. I didn't even care about that. I did care that the room got shut down. So I started up a new room, and she wasn't even interested. So, okay, I said, screw it. I couldn't understand why she wasn't not only interested in that or doing something like that, but she was also had told me I had a contract with her set up already. Set up with this billionaire guy that I personally know. And he was going to get her on, he could get her on pretty much any show she wanted to, or any channel, could get her show on there, and she turned it down. She said, Bob, I never want to go syndicate because they could control what you say. And that's why Howard Stern went to SM Radio, because it turned down and got out of that $100 million contract because he did not like being told what he can and can't talk about. That's a lie. That was a total lie, because she's ever since been trying to get her show to go syndicate. That's how big of a lie that was. So here you got a guy like me who's trying to help her out, and instead of embracing that or helping me to be in a position where I can help her, she's done nothing but work against me 100%. Many times she has ticked me off to the degree I finally went and looked her up and found out that she was born a male. And she embraced the scummiest people of the planet, Team Hate. And it seems like that most people in her Discord are stalkers and filthy trash. Not all of them, but most of them. They really are. And Anybody that's only in the trash talk game are not even worth knowing. None of those people are even worth your time of day, right? Like I just got no time for that. Everybody seems to think I would be somebody that would like that and that would come on their channel and just 24/7 argue with everybody. I'm really not that kind of guy. I'm the opposite of that. In fact, if I find out you're a trash talker, I will block you on every single thing that I know of. Oh, I didn't lose a friend. She lost a friend. She lost a really, I could have been the best helper that she had many times over. And this was the very last time I was going to help her. Once I was done helping her, I was leaving Kermit Friends anyway. Do you understand that? I was never going to stay in Kermit and Friends, ever. When I left a month ago or several months ago, I was never going to have or be involved with Kermit Friends again. I was done. I've been done for a long time. Y'all just didn't know that. The thing about it is I went in only because I was trying to help her get rid of Team Hate. She could absolutely get rid of those people 100%. It's so easy. But she doesn't know how to do that. And I do, but she doesn't have a clue. And she's so dumb that her way of thinking is the opposite of logic. Her way of thinking is if I friend up all of my enemy, I'll be the safest person on the planet. Really? That logic never works because when all of your enemy are gone, even for a short period of time, they're going to get bored and they're going to look around at each other and say, who are we going to go after next? And they always start arguing with each other. It works every single time. I want nothing to do with Elisa Jordana. I never want to hear from her again. I'm serious about that. I promise to God, I don't care about Elisa Jordana to the least little freaking degree. If she's so dumb as to friend up and to promote the people that cost her her job and her own family to be set against her right now, which they have done. They've been talking to her own family for at least 6 months. I know that the first one that they contacted and friended up was her sister, and that was on Facebook. And I tried to offer Elisa, come talk to me. I'll show you everything I got. But she never even said hi to me. So screw her. I mean, if she's so dumb that she don't want to look at what I got, well, that's her. That's on her. So I did what I wanted to do. I went in there and I offered the best chance I could to give her help with that problem. And she just totally, is blinded to it. So I'm done. I'm finished. That was the very last time I'm ever going to lift a pinky to help that stupid bitch. And I'm going to make a prediction now. Within a year and a half, Elisa Jordana will be either homeless or living with Rob DeHaven. Because she can never live with another man because Team Hate will attack them to the same degree, if not more. See, they got her put in a corner right now, and she doesn't even realize it. And if she does, there's nothing she can do about it because she's too busy friending up the enemy of everybody who even cares about her. None of these people even care about her. They're all self-centered, 100%. Take Tony, for example. Bob, I only tried to help you, Bob. I only had your back the whole time. Look, man, your enemy always comes to you and takes up for you. They will always do that to a certain degree. But at the end of the day, Tony has always helped Team Hate against me. And the same thing with Leaf. Leaf is the worst. He is the worst. You call it passive attacking. That's exactly what it is. You be nice to this guy and you be nice to his enemy. And then you got plausible deniability here both directions. Hey, man, I took up for you. Hey, man, I took up for you. Do you remember that or this or that? Look, man, I'm not dumb, okay? So if you think you can pull that on me, never going to happen, Tony. So I blocked Tony on everything. I blocked Leaf on everything. I never, ever want to know these people exist ever again. That's what a low-life bunch of characters these people are. And the very reason that they do that and they do these things is because they both want to be Elisa's only producer. And then they get greedy and they start making too many demands on her, and then she backs away from them and kicks them to the curb. So it was very good to see Leaf expose her and their in the way that she was asking him to do bad things, like with Cappy and Andy Dick and all of that. And if she's upset about losing Andy Dick, she did it to herself, man. She did it to herself. She's got nobody else to blame for anything. Nothing that goes south over at Kermit Friends. She is to blame, and her alone. 100%. And I do not feel sorry for anybody that embraces all of the worst kind of people on the planet. You want to talk about that? Y'all remember that drug dealer that was on our show? I got his private phone number. I could call him right now. I had good talks with that guy. He used to be her drug dealer. Did y'all know that? I bet y'all didn't even know that. I bet nobody that watches this live stream knew that. I know that for a fact. This guy told me some parties that they've had that you don't want to even hear about or repeated. Elisa has not been without sex for 4 years. Are you crazy? That's a lie. She's had that little thing licked more than once, and she's been with a lot of men, and we know that for a fact. So you got to be the most gullible person on the planet to believe that about a woman like her. And I can only tell you that I came out straight and asked her the last time she was talking to me, which is not that far away. Elisa, can you show me just 3 people that you personally are friends with that do not do drugs, not counting pot, just any kind of hard drug? It came down to one person. Do you have one person in your private life that does not do anything like cocaine, fentanyl, or heroin? I never heard from her again. I offer, and I still offer to this day, for her to take a blood test to see if she has the Y chromosome or not. When you ask her that, she will ignore you from now on. She never answered that. She never will, because she can't. Because she does have that Y chromosome. She was born a male. That's why. You ever wonder why that whenever I went live with those videos originally about her being a male, that she never has posted a birth certificate? Because she can't. She was not even born in America. And if she does have one, which I don't even know if they give those to those tribal people in India or not, back when she was born, I don't know if they did. They might, but it would have to be one from India. And it would be one that said male on it, not female. And that's why. And even then, knowing that she was a male, I tried to help her out, and she just threw me to the curb like I was a wet piece of trash. I mean, to be honest with you, I thought that was funny. So, yeah, I don't care. I think that maybe either Kenneth or Wits End should be her next producer, because they are the lowest piece of scum on the planet, and, well, that's exactly what she is. So they're made for each other as far as I'm concerned. What are you saying here? Let me see. Sounds like BS. It is BS. But I have done videos, and everything that I have said to you, I have done videos about. Turn my screen around and proving it to you. And everybody in Kermit Friends are witness to many atrocities that Team Hate has done and the things that they've said on their live streams. So there are a few people that have acknowledged that against them. And for those people, I support. People like Shamrock and Peter and Mora, I love those people, but a lot of you are new and you don't have a clue about most anything that's been going down in Kermit Friends since I joined Kermit Friends. And so to hear y'all talk on these things is really, it's kind of like an annoying sound in my ear, you know? Like you guys, some of you woke up without knowing all of that, like some of the names I just mentioned, but like a lot of you haven't, because you just don't have a clue. People come and attack me in all kinds of ways, call me a rapist and a pedophile and a murderer, and tell me I spent time in prison and I'm homeless. None of those things are true. None of them. And nobody can ever prove it because they're simply not true. Um, it is true that there's a woman that is currently spending 5 years in the penitentiary for making a false claim of rape against me, because I recorded her from the time she stepped in the front door. That's why. And I will always video record when I have sex with a woman for several times on a private place online because of that reason alone. In Texas, if a woman just claims, well, I think I might have been date raped, Texas will take you to court. They will arrest a man or a woman and they will take them to court over rape. And if you don't have the money to fight it, you got an uphill battle. And in my case, I was arrested for that one time, but the judge hated me and the DA hated me, and the judge was married to the DA, and they still could not get me prosecuted for rape. Imagine that. So I really don't care about all the fake accusations that much, but I don't like the fact that I know where they're coming from, and I know that the people that are saying these things are just that damn stupid and gullible. There is a legal federal investigation underway right now against Team Hate. So I want to warn anybody that associates with these people, you might think twice before getting involved with these people. And I do mean that. I did not report the live stream where Wheezy doxed me several times that Shamrock was a part of and whatnot, because along with Team Hate, because the reason that they were victims, I see them more as victims than actual real true life stalkers like these other people are. So I did not report that as a part of it. Now, if the police involve that as part of it, that has nothing to do with me. I'm going to say that right now. I hope they don't. But it is likely. It is a possibility. I don't know. Most of the time, they won't go after people when somebody like me asks them not to. I'll say that. But that does not mean that they won't. You understand? So anytime something is used as evidence in a court of law, if it includes something like that, then the judge will mandate that they include those people as part of the stalking process. And so I'll feel sorry for them if that happens, but I hope not. It's not a court case. It's an investigation. You could probably look it up. I don't know. I report to my local police department. Anytime, like every other week kind of thing, I have to go to the police department and update. And that's what I'm fixing to do next week. Next week, I have an appointment with the police department here because I have to give them more information. Hey, look, this happened, that happened, this person did this, that person did that. It's just the way it is. And I'm not hiding anything from the police. I don't give a fuck who you are. You come over here fucking with me and stalking me, I'm going to put you in that report. That's just the way it is. They in turn report to the county, it reports to the state. The state of Texas has a special task force for online stalking. They will file charges against all of these people, and then that includes the FBI because it has to become a federal investigation because it includes more than one state. So you can believe whatever the hell you want, but I'm telling you exactly the truth. I got no reason to lie. I got no reason to hide anything, and I don't want anything to ever do with Elisa, Jordana, or Kermit friends ever again. They can never bring anybody into their stream that's going to make me want to join their stupid stream. And how far south has that show gone? You know, ever since Leaf has been producer over there that I know of, their show went from this to this. And that's where it's at right now. And I suspect that's where it's going to stay. Elisa may delete the show and may delete her Discord before too long because she doesn't have a lot of support over there. And the people that are supporting her are the people that hate her the most. Tony doesn't love her. He doesn't even care about her. Or he would have been going after Team Hate from day one, but he never has. He never has gone after them. He's pointed out a few things that they did that were not right, but then it ended. Like, it never lasted for more than 1 to 3 days. So that tells you where his His motives lie. His motives lie in outing this guy, outing that woman, and then promoting himself to the top. And now he is the writer for their stupid little news deal that he writes up. And he is a better writer than Leaf. Leaf has a lot of problems. Number one, he was never cut out to be a producer. A producer is somebody that has full control over everything, right? Not like on Howard Stern, they don't, but who the hell likes Howard Stern these days? His show is so lame and boring. Oh God, it's a pain. It's like that noise in your ear even watching that show anymore, right? And Howard did that to himself though, and he ain't never gonna be president. That's a joke. And as far as that going over in Kermit and Friends, Elisa destroyed her show with this false ideology of freedom of speech. That's never going to happen. You have freedom of speech right now in America. You just don't have the right to lie and slander on people like everybody in KAF does. Practically everybody. And that is against the law. I can't go to your place of business and pick at your business and call you a pedophile when you're not. And I don't know if you know this, but way back before they ever had a computer, way back before they ever had an automobile, people used to do this to people. Like some rich guy would go to a town and they would get like 150 people. They would bust them in from out of town, people that needed money real bad, and they would pay them a wage to picket people with signs that were name calling the owner of this company. Well, the owner would have to leave the town, leave the state. They would open up that business right there, the same business. That is why we have laws protecting people from slander in America. You have the right to freedom of speech, but you don't have the right to lie on people like that. See, the people of today that talk about they want freedom of speech, how about you move your fucking ass to China, you piece of shit? Because you already got free speech in America, you dumb, retarded motherfuckers. And I'll say that to anybody's fucking face. Right to your goddamn face. These people like Wits End talk the biggest shit about how they're going to show up whoop my ass. Let me tell you about a little story about that. Wits End was going to come here to my house one day and face me. And he talked Mark Connors into going with him. Then he said, well, I'll meet you right here at this point and we can follow each other to his house. Mark said, okay. Mark showed up, but Wits End did not show up. Mark Connors came here by himself because he was already over halfway here, so why not? And I ended up never doing another negative video against that man because I learned a lot actually meeting that guy in person and for the first time ever actually listening to his side of the story, see. He's not a rapist, not in real life. He never actually raped any female in his life. See, that's the truth. But they don't tell you the whole story concerning this court case, and I got many videos talking about it because I know the truth. I know the entire truth, what actually took place. See, those were false accusations that were actually thrown out of court at one time. But there was a legal weasel way they got it back into court again, and the judge, who then had, I think, a 15-year-old daughter, offered him a plea bargain, and he took it. He never served one day in prison, and he never raped that woman. And that is why that woman will never come out and talk shit against him to this fucking day. And those are the facts about that. But they have so many things that they use as ammunition that they can come out with quick one-liners, you know, and they like to associate people as part of this rapist group that doesn't even fucking exist. I don't talk to Mark Connors. I never talk to Mark Connors. Like, I can't say never. On a great occasion, I might call him. I got no problem. He can come over here and drink beer with me, but he don't drink beer. But he can come over here and get stoned with me anytime he wants. Which brings me to this. On the 30th of this month, I'm going to buy beer for anybody and everybody that shows up at my house. And everybody except for Team Hate or anybody that wants to start shit, because you may not make it back off this property alive if you do. And that is a warning. That's a legal warning. You don't show up here and start shit. There's way too many fucking dingoes down here. You don't want to fuck with anybody down here. But if anybody wants to have a good time and hang out, I'm buying all the beer. You don't even need any party flavors. I'll have everything you need down here. And I don't do any hard drugs, so that's not going to happen. On the 30th. And the reason I'm throwing this party is because Within, known as Robert Lee DeHaven, he is going homeless. And he knows it. Because he's never been able to support himself a single day in his life. But now that his woman's kicking his ass to the curb and divorcing his ass, I'm happy about that. She was only with him to raise their children. And now that they're raised and gone and married and whatnot, she's got no reason to be around him. He treats her like trash. Who wants to be in that kind of relationship? I don't. If I'm not in a relationship with my best friend, I don't want to be in that relationship. See? You're a California baby. Are you the Lauren that is in Cappy's live streams? Is that who you are? I was trying to get a message to you. I've heard you talk, and I don't know if it's wise or not, to be honest with you. But you seem like a very likable lady. Like I haven't seen anything really bad from her. Yeah, you got an attitude and you throw Coke bottles at people when you get mad, but you know, a lot of that's understandable to a point. But and I can understand Cappy too when he tells you no, I can't have any nudity on my live stream and all of all of that nonsense. I don't care about that. But if you need a place to stay for a long while and get back on your feet, I did make that offer out to you. And I don't own this place. I rent. I'm a full retirement disability. The judge put me there, the hardest judge in Texas, because I am the #1 blood clot patient in Texas. That doesn't mean I don't have a little money, and that does not mean that I'm not going to be coming into a lot of money. Okay? So, but those things don't matter. I mean, you can get a job on your own and take care of yourself. I know you're paying out money. I don't know what for. That I don't know what for. That's your business. But you seem like you do need a place where you can get your foundations started at, and I can understand that. And so, yeah, but I live way out here in Palmhurst, Texas, so that would be a big change for you. The cost of living out here is a fraction of what it is in California. You really wouldn't have to worry about paying rent unless I ended up having to move to a place that costs too much. And then you might have to, shell up $100 or $200 a month, but that would be easy for a person like you. You'd probably get that if you had your own live stream, if you had your own place and were stable anyway, so you wouldn't even care. But I know you're educated, and I know you could get a really good job out here. And where I live right now, there ain't nothing but millionaires and billionaires around where I live. The guy behind me has more money than Donald Trump. And the first night I met him, him, and the guy that runs this place went out back and got stoned together. That's how cool people are here where I live. So he's kind of like, what's that guy's name that owns them rocket ships and all that? He's kind of like him when he was on that one show. That other loser piece of shit lying left-wing Democrat. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Anyway, there are some cool billionaires. You'd be really surprised at who some of these people are if you really meet them in real life. I always preach to people, don't hate people because they're rich. You hate people for who they are or what they stand for. And you love the good people. So why would you be hating on somebody just because they're rich when there are a lot of good rich people out there? That doesn't even make any sense. But you see that all the time. It comes out of pure ignorance. And the fact that our economy is so bad that people, a lot of people don't have a chance at life these days. And that's sad. $40,000 mansion in Africa. Ha ha ha. Actually, it depends on what country you go to. But for $10,000, you can build a house in certain countries in Africa. A nice 5-bedroom house. So I don't know why you're coming in here with that. That's the dumbest thing. That's the dumbest comment you can make. In Sierra Leone alone, for $40,000, it gets you a nice 4-bedroom house with 4 huge bedrooms, AC air conditioning, and all of the trimmings. You can do it definitely for $50,000. You can't buy a mansion in Sierra Leone for $50,000. You're going to have to bump it up a little bit, probably to about $70,000 or $80,000. You could get a house equivalent to this house right here I live in, and this property is worth $1.5 million. That is true. And in some countries in Africa, to include Nigeria, for $50,000, you can get a 10-bedroom mansion easy on the beach. And those are facts. And I challenge anybody to look that up right now and prove me wrong. I'll bring you into my live stream right now if you can prove that statement wrong. Madagascar, you could build for $10,000. You could build a 5-bedroom house that is glorious. But you would want to do that up in the mountains. You don't want to do that anywhere around the coast because all those buildings are on top of each other, kind of like in Peru. It's not that's not a good country to even think about going to, because Madagascar, I believe, has the lowest GPA of any country in the world. Their dollar is worth the least amount of anybody's dollar in the entire world. So that would be the one country that you would not want to move to for any reason or do any kind of business there that I could think of. I mean, I'm sure there are some businesses that you might want to open up business there for, just none that I would want to be involved with whatsoever. And I am the guy, I do look up countries just to learn things. I want to know the population. I want to know what their economy's like. I want to know what kind of life the people in these countries have. Do they have health care? Do they have good dental? Those kind of things. I want to know, would that be a good country to start a business up in? If you're a guy or a lady that had $100,000 and you want to start up a business, where are the best places to start up a business? Because it goddamn sure is not the United States of America. You're not going to start up a very successful business in this country unless you got millions of dollars. Let's face it. Unless you invent something, and even then it could cost you $1 million, and I've known people to do that. But that's so far and rare, it's not even funny, man. Of course I would love to. I am going to move to Africa. That's a fact. Everybody knows that. I got a gorgeous woman out there. Why would I not want to go out there and move to Africa? And I happen to be moving to a country where as soon as I get there, I can start up businesses making money, and I don't have to do hardly anything. That's like a no-brainer. Nigeria is a country you do not want to move to, nor either country on either side of Sierra Leone, for that matter. And you goddamn sure don't want to be caught in a boat in those countries. And if you're in a boat, you better be in a fast boat that can outrun all of those wannabe pirates out there, because they will get on your boat at gunpoint and take you hostage and take everything you got on the boat, and the boat too. So you got to be very aware of where you move. But goddamn, that could happen to you in America. In fact, Americans go down south of the border to many countries more than Mexico and become taken hostage every single month. This is nothing new. So people get kidnapped in America to a very large degree. So it can happen even in this country. And it does happen in this country. That's just the way the entire world is right now. And so you can make fun of a lot of things, but at the end of the day, if you want to continue a long life doing nothing but trash talking, being ignorant, and being poor your entire life, then by all means, go for it. I'm not going to tell you not to do those things, because I really don't give a damn what you do with your life. That's your life. You dictate what you do in your life. Not me or anybody else can tell you what to do in your life. So I really don't care about your bad decisions. I can give you advice that's good and helpful to you, but at the end of the day, if you don't accept it, then it's like, oh, well, I mean, what else you going to do, right? See, I don't hate gay people, even though I'm straight. I've never been gay. I never will be gay. But there are a lot of people out there that do support me and watch my channel who are gay. See, because I'm not homophobic. It's just, look, if you want to be gay, that's your business. It's none of my business. So what the fuck do I care? But see, a lot of straight people don't think that way because they get brainwashed by gay people who are priests in these so-called Christian churches. They try to create this division, this hate and discontent. And they've been very successful in that, I must say. The same thing with gay people. They do that with their LGBT, which is a hate gang. In my opinion, it's a hate organization. There's no need for an organization like that in today's day and age. It's outdated, so why does it exist? Exactly. I don't like any organizations that are for special interests like that because of the reason that the only thing they seem to exist for is for the hate and division. So I can never support any organization like that, but they do exist. I can't take any meds. I don't seem to have any water around me right now. I know I got some somewhere, probably in the icebox over there. But geez, I am interested in starting up a couple of live streams. I want to do mainly. I want to get a female co-host, and I've had some potentials pop up finally. Amora is really good as a co-host. I don't know if she's interested in doing that. She hasn't said she was yet. But I'm very interested in doing that because, and here's the reason why. All of the shows where the hosts agree on everything, they're not really good shows to watch. They're boring because everything is sublime. Everything is the same, right? And when you see a podcast like that, it becomes repetitive and boring to watch. Am I right or wrong? And if you got two good looking women doing a podcast, sure, people are going to watch that because they're looking at their boobs or something like that, right? Of course, that's a fact. But those shows never end up being very successful. It's very far and few between that you're ever going to see that. What does promote beauty is Beauty and the Beast. That's what promotes beauty. What does create a successful show is when you hear my opinion and then you hear somebody else's opinion that's a totally different opinion. And females, more common than not, we can agree on most things, but they're going to agree in a different way. They got a totally different way of looking at things. It's a different aspect. And that is why I'll do a show with the guy if it's the right guy. And if Peter's interested in doing that, I would love to do a live stream with him once or twice a week. But more than that, I want to do a live stream with a female at whatever time is good for her. But it has to be the right female. It can't be somebody who's dumb. I mean, look at Lauren. She's smart. She would be good for something like that. Somebody like Amora would be really good at something like that. There are some ladies out there that are very smart, that would be very good at something like that. But you can't do that with somebody who's more like a floozy or a bimbo. I mean, let's face it, that shit's not going to work. How many shows out there successful that the host of the show are just trash talkers? Let's face it. Maurice Delk's channel is never going anywhere because of that reason alone. There's nothing on his channel but trash talking. The more that he pulls away from that, the more people like to watch his live streams. That's a fact. He knows that for a fact. And I see him trying to pull his show more in that direction. And I like that about his show. Kermit and Friends has moved towards the trash talking end of things, and therefore I don't want anything to do with that channel no more, that group of people. I wouldn't have a problem being the producer of her show, but I would have to have full control over her Discord, and she's never going to give that to anybody. So I'm done with it. I'm done. I never even was really trying to be her producer. I only tried to be ask her for that producer spot because Within was trying to ask for it, and he is the main problem over there. Him and all of Team Hate, all of them, every single one of them, and they've been together as a gang ever since 2016 that I know of. But Within said they were already together in 2015, so I'll go with that. But not that I know of. As far as I know of, I didn't meet Witz until 2017. And I thought that that's when everybody met each other was in 2016-17. That's as long as I've known them for, since 2016. I didn't know Witz, but they were constantly attacking me on Facebook. But they could never bring me down, see? And so I left them in the dust over there at Kermit Friends, and I thank Kermit Friends for that. I want to thank Elisa Jordana for being so dumb as to embrace them people that I was able to leave them there. They will never again be a problem to me, and they may very well end up in prison before too long. So I really don't care about those people. See, that's the way that works. Everybody, they've been exposed for the liars that they are and the filthy trash that they are. And what I was going to tell you about her drug dealer is that Elisa started, she had this drug dealer, right? And what she did is she became good friends with that drug dealer so she could get, everybody wants free drugs. Everybody wants cheap drugs, right? He couldn't always do that. But what she did was she found out which drug dealers he don't like, and she friended them. He ended up getting turned in by those people and ended up having to go to prison for a while. And that's a true story about Elisa Jordana and her friends. And you remember that black guy, the drug dealer that was on her live streams a few times? He's the one. And he's still friends with her to this day, and he still supplies her and her friends drugs. You ever look at her eyes when she's live streaming and you could tell that she has to be on some kind of drugs? Because she is. If you don't believe me, I'll give you the motherfucker's number in private, and you can call him and talk to him your damn self. I'll tell you something else. She's never denied it when I confronted her about it. That's another fact for you people out there. Oh, you're in New York. You was born in California, raised in New York. My UNC is a bounty hunter out of San Antonio. So you live in San Antonio right now. That's really cool because we don't live very, very far apart. We're only a few hours from each other. Actually, maybe a couple hours from each other. I live in Palmhurst, Texas. So you're not the Lauren that was on IP2 Captain Content's live stream. She was the one I was offering to help out, but I would still do it. But I'm a little. That's one of them situations you got to look at where that person's coming from and the group of people that person's coming from or out of. But again, she's only there out of desperation. She doesn't have anywhere else to go or to hear her tell the story. So unless somebody else is offering to help her out, I don't want to know where she ends up at. I don't want to know because I don't think it's going to be good for her in the future. Things are not looking good for her. And I don't know why, and I don't know her entire story. But I do see a person there that somebody needs to reach out and offer to help. That's what I am seeing right there. She knows how to find me. She knows everybody knows where to find me. Especially after being doxxed to such a large degree. Oh my God. If you don't know, it's easy for you to find out. But I decided to stand up to these stalkers, and people don't see that very often. But I stood up to them, and I outed them, in Kermit and Friends with everybody against me, including Tony, Leaf, and Elisa Jordana herself. She has gone out of her way to help them go after me. That's a fact. That is an absolute fact. And that is what kind of a lowlife she really is. There is no reason for me to ever go back there or to have ever gone back and try to help her out against them. But that was my only reason for being there. But I did that. I'm done. I will never have another reason to go back into Kermit and Friends Discord or be a part of her stupid live stream. It's gone downhill. Nobody hardly watches that crap show anymore except for all the trash talkers. There's a few hundred of them on the internet, but that's it. It ends right there. Those shows, they go up and then they go down. But they always stay down there. They never go way up there. That's never going to happen with Kermit and Friends. It's never going to head in the right direction with that kind of content. See, I did have a small group with Miscellaneous and a bunch of the others in there, but that didn't last very long at all because of the people that she embraces as her friends and the lowlifes that they are. They brought that to a quick stop out of jealousy. It was pure jealousy. They were jealous of me. I don't know what to tell you. And they formed a pretty good group of people, and did they ever come after me? But at the end of the day, they ended up losing, so I don't even care. And Wolfie wants to know why I turned against him. I didn't turn against him. He's always been against me is the problem. He's another one of these people that does this passive attacking. He was in my Discord. I finally booted his ass out of there. In fact, I banned him out of there today. I didn't just kick him. And I will block him at every point in turn because he was only over there to feed them information about whatever I posted in my Discord. That's a fact. So, and not to mention that his entire family are Democrats, and they were personally involved with the Kennedy family. And the Kennedys were pure, filthy, trashy people to begin with. You want to talk about Obama or Joe Biden of the world? The Kennedy family was worse than them two combined. People talk about what a bad president Jimmy Carter was, but let me tell you, the Kennedys were worse. That's why he was assassinated. This country better be thankful that Kennedy was assassinated because he was taking us in the wrong direction in every way that you could imagine. Now, I'm not saying I support assassination. I just look back at it and I think, damn, what if he had never been assassinated? Oh, God damn, we would have been a communist country already. So, I mean, shit happens, right? Well, it's nice to meet you, Queen Lauren. I'm going to take a quick time out because I need something to drink. So I got to walk over here to my ice box and get something to drink. And my room is about 50 feet long, maybe 80 feet. I don't know. It's way the fuck over there. So let me go get something to drink, though. I'll be right back. Ooh. I'm back. Oof. In case you're wondering about that shirt, Simone Biles' mother and her family came over here to my live stream because I used to do a lot of live streams about her because she's great. I was thirsty. Oh, it's so cold it hurts. It hurts. Oh, give me a moment. Oh, that hurt. My brain freeze at the same time. I didn't realize my icebox was that cold. Whew. Jesus, almost as bad as sucking up too much of one of those ices you get at the store. I was the only moderator of her Facebook group. The only moderator. For a long time, I just couldn't handle the stress because back then, while she was growing up, in her, I would say from the time she was 20 to until she was about 23, she made very spur of the moment decisions and choices in her life, and it was so stressful being that close to her personal life that I just couldn't handle it, man. At some point, I just had to call it quits, and that's the only reason I'm not moderator there to this day. I am the guy that created most all of that great fan art that you see over there, and I'm proud of that. I'm not. I'll never regret that ever. I mean, good people should always support good people. She paid for that shirt. I was going to order it one day, and I did. I went to order it, and then she asked me, how much did you pay for that shirt? And I told her, and she donated that exact amount of money to me. To this day, man, that just kind of hits you right there, right? I was really, God, that impressed me. She didn't have to do that. I never asked anybody for a donation to buy that shirt. I just up and bought it one day because I wanted to buy a shirt of hers. And so I proudly fly that shirt right there on my wall. And I don't give a damn what anybody thinks or says. Because racism is like an ignorant child being told something that's totally ignorant and then believing it. It's just immature. It's dumb. So, I really don't care. And I should do something like this. Hold on, let me move my camera over. There we go. That's a little better, isn't it? Is that better for you guys? A little more centered. So, yeah. People ask me about the macaroni box. Well, that's just all American. Man, macaroni cost 10 cents a box when I was young. I remember when it cost 25 cents a box when I was in my 20s. 25 cents a box. You know how much that generic box cost me? $1. And there is no reason for that. The cost of living has skyrocketed, but without what is your paycheck done with Joe Biden in office? Be honest about it. Nothing. Hadn't gone up at all. Not one bit. What did your paycheck do when Donald Trump was in office? Yeah, it went up big time then, didn't it? Damn sure did. He had your taxes down to 10%, and he was going to take it even lower. And I'll say this, if we had good people in government, there should never, ever be an income tax. And I can prove that. There's no way around that. And there is no excuse for us having to pay an income tax. But yet so many people are set against Trump, and they don't have any good excuse to be against him. I mean, given the choices that we have today, Donald Trump is the number one guy to be president right now. So I proudly put that on my flag up there. There used to be a macaroni company in Fort Worth, Texas. That damn sure don't exist anymore, does it? Refried beans used to exist in Fort Worth, Texas. They've been shut down for years. And that's the direction our country's been headed in. And that's the direction that Kermit Friends has been headed in ever since Team Hate's haven't had any involvement with them whatsoever. And ever since Leaf has been the producer over there. And when I first went over there, it was fun. It was fun to be in their Discord. It was fun to be on their live stream. But it's not fun anymore. And there are groups of people in there that have fun together in there, but let's face it, at the end of the day, everybody in there is going to always be fighting and stalking and trash talking each other. These people are so dumb every day, all day long. They go after this mentally challenged person named Kenneth. Who in the fuck argues with a retarded person, let alone every fucking day, all day long? Nobody, no goddamn body I personally know in my life or will ever be associated with would argue with a retarded person. That's so goddamn redundant. It's another one of those things that is beyond imagination. But I promise to God it happens. It's happening right now over there in Kermit Friends. That is how dumb and immature these people are that's over there. This is why I want nothing to ever do with her fucking shit again. Nothing. She can't even fucking call me. I got her blocked. I blocked her fucking email. So I don't even care for any of them people to be over here. That's how dumb those people are. It's just so pathetic. I got much better things to do in life. I think I'm going to keep doing the military update thing, and I'm going to get better at it because a lot of people doing the military update thing with Ukraine, they're not telling you everything, and their numbers always seem to be outdated the very second that they do the live stream. But they're not totally to blame for that. I could do a live stream about it right now, and first thing in the morning, the numbers be totally different. So, in fact, when I did my live stream on the Ukrainian update, the within an hour and a half to 2 hours, I think, the numbers were completely different, but my numbers were very close. But again, I could say, this many people have died here and this many people there, and Russia lost this many tanks. And literally within an hour, all of those numbers could be much higher than what I just quoted you, right? The reason I started doing those updates is because their numbers are so damn far off. It's like they're like a week or 2 weeks off. They're not within an hour off or seconds of being off. They're like totally off. And I just only thought it fair that you people should know the numbers. Let me tell you something. The amount of Ukrainians and allied forces that have died over there are much higher than all of the Russians that have been killed over there. And that's something else that nobody ever tells you on those updates. See, Russia's been bombing schools and churches and housing areas. They've killed a lot of innocent people over there. Let's face it, Putin has gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He has zero chance of winning that war over there at this point in time. Zero. But he doesn't act like he wants to stop it. He does a little bit because he knows he cannot sustain that war in Ukraine. And you hear a bunch of cool stuff, right? Like you hear about how China and Russia could follow our F-35 everywhere, right? Yet the F-35 was the first one to shoot down Russia's new Su-57, their brand new stealth fighter. Shot at least 2 of them down that we know of, and they didn't even know the plane was even there. The truth is there's a switch on that plane. And in peacetime, they keep that switch on. And then you can see them on the radar. That's how we can see them on the radar. When they turn that switch off, they disappear. You can't see them on any radar. And the F-22 is even more stealthier and a better fighter plane, a better all-around plane than the F-35. And the United Nations has their own version that they built of the F-22 because we shared the F-22 with them. The F-16 recently shot down 2 Su-57s also. And that version of F-16 is the stealthy version, brand new version that they came out with. That is one of the best fighters in the world today, in the entire world. And the F-16 was also happened to be the first plane to defeat the F-35 and the F-22 when they put them head to head. So that's something else to think about. The F-16, we can never get rid of that plane, at least not anytime soon. I am even interested in the new space fighter plane that's supposed to be able to dogfight as a superior dogfighting plane and as a superior plane here on in the atmosphere, but also be able to fly up to the space station kind of shit. Now we've entered that space age right now. We are in that area right now. In fact, we probably have had those fighters, and I can tell you this, that I believe the F-14 was the very first of those type of fighters and the very first stealth fighter ever created, which is why they did away with the F-14, because they secretly had other planes of that nature. We have a lot of planes like that, a lot of variations of planes like that that they don't tell people about. You really don't learn about those planes until they're discontinued for the most part. The Aurora Project is absolute proof of that. They have that actual plane in a museum right now, but that plane glided on the atmosphere of the Earth. It sucked in oxygen and then shot itself around, around the atmosphere in outer space. And then as it came back down to the atmosphere, it would scoop up more oxygen and it would continue to go around planet Earth. It was the number one spy plane for a long time, for about 30 years, I believe. Faster than the Su-71 or the 72. In fact, Russia's Su-57 is a very fast plane. And it is said to be faster than the Su-71, yet we keep shooting them down. Explain that. Russia's plane is not really that good of a plane. And China has nothing that can compete with half of the jet fighters that we have. So, but see, all of that talk about that is created for content. That's all it is. It's just content. It's false content, but it's content. You never got her. Oh, Elisa, you never got her. I don't think you ever will. She's just a weird person at the end of the day. And so Kenneth, are you and Kermit friends? I don't know. I don't know. You sent me a friend request. I don't even know how you learned about me or knew me. There are some really nice people over there. If they want to come over and talk on my Discord, they're more than welcome. If anybody wants to get away from that hate talk over there, you're more than welcome to come into my Discord and talk. I mean, that's fine. You're not going to be hurting anybody. You're not going to upset me too much unless you're over there supporting Team Hate, and then I'll just block you and ban you because I got no reason to even know you if you're friended with it. The likes of those kind of people. Think about it. Do you want to ruin your neighborhood? Giving houses to the worst kind of scum of earth? No, because it's going to bring down your property value. It's going to ruin your neighborhood, right? So at the same time, why would you want to be associated with those kind of people? It does not make any sense. Good people should be supporting good people, and you should totally just ignore those people. Kenneth, I just ignore Kenneth. I cannot stand every time somebody would even say his name over there. It just got so, oh, goddamn, again, Kenneth? Seriously? Y'all are still talking about this stupid fuck? Come on, man. So, it is true I got jalapeno juice in my eyes. And, man, I really did not know. I didn't have a clue that it could take over 2 months for jalapeno juice, which is poisonous to your body, by the way. Not if you eat it, but in terms of me getting it in my eyes. If you get it in your eyes become highly infected. And my eyes are still healing right now. There's still a little bit of healing left to do right there, and in your eyelids in particular. That's where it all comes out at. But they're getting better. The number one thing that has helped me is eye drops. These tears right here, and I got another kind of eye drop too that I use. I probably ran out of that one. I don't know where it's at. But eye drops, oh God, it's the best thing for my eyes right now. I get really good at doing this too. Well, I should do it more often than I do. Even I do this about 3 to 5 times a day, and I should do it more like 10. Hold on a second. Let me wipe off all of them eye drops are out from around my eyes. Oh God, it feels so good. You know when your eyes are real dried out and you use eye drops and it feels so soothing? That's what I'm feeling right now. Like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Uh, Man, I'll tell you, I will never, ever get any kind of pepper juice in my eyes again. And see, that's one of those things that you never hear people talk about. And like most people, if they're having problems like that, you know what they do? They go live and they don't show their face. Why? You're not teaching anybody anything if you're doing that, are you? So, I mean, you got to think about it. I try to educate people on a lot of things. What's really causing global warming, for example. A lot of people learn those things from me. And to this day, I will take on any professor that claims that the human race has anything to do with global warming, because we don't. Gas engines have nothing to do, literally nothing to do with global warming. And I can prove it right here and now by simply saying that the temperature is not any different in Austin, Texas than it is right here. And I do not live in the big city. I live way out of the big city. But if it's all of those emissions causing global warming, how come it's not hotter in Austin, Texas than it is here? How come it doesn't stay hotter in Houston, Texas than if you drive 300 miles due west from Houston? And you're out in the middle of nowhere, Texas. The very reason for that is carbon emissions have nothing to do with global warming, or Houston would be 300 degrees right now in comparison. Or it would be 120 degrees, and 100 miles due west, it would be 80 degrees. But you don't see that. If it's 90 degrees in Houston, you could drive 200 miles west, and it's still the same exact temperature. See? Has nothing to do with global warming. We need to speed up the Earth's core again and create a good rotation around the sun. That would 100% fix global warming. In fact, we could get our rotation so perfect around the sun, or so close to it, that the temperature would only go up and down 5 degrees at a time. Like if it was 86 degrees, then it'll go back down to, say, 81 degrees. And then in what you might consider the winter time, it'll drop another 5 degrees. And then it'll go back up to 81 degrees. And then it might go up to 86 degrees. And then back down. It should be within 10 degrees constant if we had a proper rotation around the sun. But asteroids have hit the Earth and slowed down our rotation and threw us off of our proper rotation around the sun. And now we have an egg rotation around the sun. I will debate any professor on that disagrees with me, and you will never, ever find one professor that will debate me, because I'll make him look so stupid, and I will trash his theory, whatever theory he's got. And I will do it using mathematics and science, to the degree that he will be so shamed he will lose his career and never be a professor again. I'll bet you that. And I'll bet you anything you want to bet. Anything. Make America great again. Yeah. Trump was really good in his day, but I hope he becomes president again, or somebody who wants to follow in his footsteps even would make a much better president than any Democrat running for office today. And Beto O'Rourke is another filthy piece of trash. If he ever gets governor of Texas, he will ruin the state of Texas. Texas will turn blue. beyond a shadow of a doubt. Texas will be over with. And I tell you, the way I see Americans voting Democrat makes me want to move out of America. I got no problem with that. And I absolutely do want to move out of America, but I want to move to the right country and live a very good, happy, retired life. And if I end up making too much money to get disability, I'm good with that. I got no problem with that. Oh, that water's so good. So cold though. Ooh. Um, yeah, I like to talk about things like people going mountain climbing, or people that go, parachuting, or people that are on a race car team. Any of those kind of things I like to talk about. Any of the military topics, I love those topics. I like to talk about movies. I like to talk about trivia questions are good too. I like to talk about a lot of topics, but I do not like wasting my time trash talking. It is the biggest waste of time that any adult could waste their time doing on a planet, besides staring at a rock 24 hours a day as a homeless person. Because it doesn't get you anywhere. I'll tell you what it does do to you. It makes you forget about your responsibilities that you got to do every day. So if you maybe need to set a new doctor's appointment, you wake up a week later and realize, oh, damn, I got to set a doctor's appointment. Oh, crap, I missed my fucking appointment with my lawyer. Or, oh, fuck, I forgot about all those, that big business meeting. Oh, shit, I'll never get that again. That's what trash talking does for you. It can ruin your life. It's as bad as a drug. And that's why I will not associate with you people. You're a complete pathetic waste of time. Oh, I'll trash talk. I'll trash talk anytime I want. But see, I'm mature about it. I can go in and trash talk, leave out of there, and not even think twice about it. You trash talkers don't do that. Y'all start trash talking from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, and you're addicted to it. And you can't understand why other people aren't involved in it. It's because it's like elementary fifth graders arguing with each other about the dumbest thing you ever heard of in your entire life. Like Kenneth hitting on all the new women that joined Kermit Friends. How fucking dumb is that to even just block the son bitch and don't think twice to look at what is being posted? That's what I do. I'm very good at that now. I don't even really look at what's being posted unless I really want to look. And I really didn't even, I generally don't do that. I did it in Kermit Friends a few times, but there was never a need for that, if you understand what I'm saying. I only generally do those kind of things whenever I have a specific person that I'm looking for to say a certain thing. And that's about it. Other than that, I don't care what people are saying that I have blocked. I'll hit the look. Oh, it's them. I'll hide it again. As soon as I see who it was that made a post, I don't even read the fucking post. You dig? So, your biggest enemies on Discord are your passive attackers. Those people that seemingly help you out, so they got the excuse that, oh, I've always helped you. I'm not your enemy. Those are your worst fucking enemies right there. People like Tony 2.0, who is now fun stuff only. People like Leaf. People like Elisa Jordana. Those people are passive attackers. Elisa doesn't attack. She goes and tells everybody else to do the attacking. And that is now an absolute fact. I've been saying that about her, but now it's an absolute fact because Leaf shared their private DMs. Just like she has always done for every message I ever sent her, she shares over there in Kermit Friends. I don't really care about that. Really, I never told her anything or even gave a fuck to share with anybody. You know, let's face it, private conversations are just so you can have a conversation with somebody so that there's not all of that static in between you saying something and me saying something that when you, by the time you do post something, boop, 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 I got to scroll up just to see what the fuck you said. It doesn't mean you should be sharing private conversations, right? People that do that are low-life scumbags, right? To begin with, for the most part. Not everybody. Leaf was a hero when he did that. And then I came back and I offered an olive branch to Leaf, and he threw it in my face. So fuck him. If he wants to be that dumb, he's got nobody in his corner. Well, that's where he's at right now. I don't know if too many. The only reason people suck up to Leaf is because they're riding his coattails. That's it. That's the only reason. Leaf does not have any personal friends in his life. Nobody likes Leaf. Like, just if you didn't know who he was, you would never like the son of a bitch. You would never even talk to him. He's a lowlife, just like Tony 2.0. That's not even his real name. I know everything about these people. I know exactly who they are. They might want to deny it, but I could turn my screen around right now and show you exactly who these people are. I got no reason to dox them. I don't even care about these people anymore. I'm just pointing out to you. I'm using them as an example. You have a lot of so-called online friends who are your biggest enemy. And you people don't even seem to realize that. And I shouldn't even be having to talk about it. That's such a elementary piece of knowledge. I mean, like, if you're an adult and you don't know that, God almighty, I feel sorry for you. You are so dumb. You know? I am interested, though, in why they call you the bounty hunter. You're born in California, raised in New York, and you live in Austin, Texas. Wow, you've been all over the map, girl. Literally. I don't blame you for leaving California. A lot of people are unaware that California is the most communist piece of land on the planet. It truly is. California has more laws against the people than any country on earth, including North Korea, China, and Russia. There are more people that leave to get the hell out of California. It's called migration. There are more people who migrate to get out of California, who leave California every single year just to go to New York City alone, which is ironic, Lauren, than any country on the planet to this very day, right here and now, and tomorrow, and will continue to be. And there can nobody ever prove me wrong, because I've already looked up those numbers. There are more people that migrate out of California than the top 3 countries that people migrate out of on the planet. That is how fucked up California is. That's how fucked up California is. Those are facts, folks. You could Google that right now. And if you could prove me wrong, I'll bring you up here on my live stream to put it in my face. You can't. You'll never see that happen. I promise you that. I like my camera over here better. I can look right into it from where I'm laying. I'm kind of offset here. I need to move it over is what I need to do. Like over this way a little bit, and then it'll be more centered. I just never have. And so I've been thinking about putting other things up on my wall. I just haven't done it yet. I'm lazy like that. I'm getting tired, ready to go to bed, I guess. I'm the guy, I wake up in the morning, I go outside, I want to drink coffee, I want to do bird watching, those kind of things. Or maybe I want to hang out and drink some beer. Last night I was hanging out with people, teaching people. No, I wasn't teaching. Well, a little bit of teaching. I was practicing. We have people that come here and they learn to do blackjack. They learn to work the craps table or different gambling tables, because those tables, what we do here is the guy that owns that thing, he does fundraisers for everybody, like Dallas Cowboys, Houston Astros, you name it. They come to get him for doing big fundraisers, because he's always a center of entertainment. Like, we did a birthday party that I live streamed parts of it here and there, and he tried to tell him that you got no need for a dance floor. You got no need. You're better off with more tables there than anything. And the guy, he had the dance floor anyway because it's his birthday and he wanted to have a birthday. There was over like 800 people at this birthday, okay, to give you an idea. So we show up wearing the tuxedo thing and all of that, and nobody was on the dance floor. You're not seeing anybody on the dance floor. Everybody was taking turns getting on the tables. So that's how popular at events this type of activity is. So if you want to throw a fundraiser, or if you need a fundraiser for money because you're going to run for political office, well, this is the guy that you want to talk to, or people like him. So that is why I live at this place here, because I know the guy, I like these people, and they're good people. So why not? And I get to go to these fundraisers occasionally, and they're fun. So there are no drugs at this house. You're not going to find that kind of activity. You're not going to find any kind of low-life activity. If a low-life moves in here, they pretty much move right back out. And that's pretty much the way it is. And that's why I enjoy living here. Plus, I got a huge room. Why not? Why would I not want to live here? Oh, I'm doing good, Zach. I don't know who you are either, but I'm doing really good. I'm getting better. Actually, my health is coming back. My endurance is so much better. Oh my God. I never really told people how bad off I got, but I was bad off, man. The blood clots hit me hard, man. I'm so glad that I got good medication now, and it's getting rid of all of them blood clots. When they had the catheter in my arm, like my arm had these blood clots in it, and then I had one up here, I had one down here, and it was bad. It got bad. It hurt too. And then in this arm, the last time I had to go up there, there was a blood clot in this arm that was that long, and then there was another one back down here again. So it was really very painful. But since I got these new blood thinners, all of that's cleared up. Again, my endurance is back, and I feel so much better now. So much better. Y'all don't even know. And yeah, when it comes to those hate stalkers over there, they're just a waste of time. They're not even worth knowing. To be honest with you. But just so you know, Wolfie ain't nothing but a spy. If he's in your group, he's over there feeding every piece of information to Elisa, Jordana, and Team Hate. If you ask me, he's a part of Team Hate. Otherwise, why would he do that? Think about that for a minute. Again, I told you, if you hang out with drug dealers, it's because you do drugs or you do business with them. You're a lowlife just like they are. Nobody hangs around a drug dealer who ain't a drug dealer. Nobody's going to have certain people in their groups if they're not involved in what they're doing to that degree, right? So I don't want anything to do with those people. They're low-life scumbags, and that's it. That's what Elisa Jordana is. She's just very slick in how she does it. Why would she go after people when she could bring in people into her group that will do that for her? But guess what? When there ain't nobody to go after, who are they going to go after? They went after her. Her family is set against her right now. She said her mother grudge watches her show now, and her sister, and she put down her entire family. She said, I'm the best thing to come out of that entire family. I don't know why they're hating on me for her. No, you're not the best thing to come out of that family. You're the filthiest thing to come out of that family. She doesn't even get this. She needs to check herself. But she won't do that because she's too big-headed and proud. She thinks her shit don't stink. And but the same thing goes for a lot of those people over there because those kind of people hang together. Agent Mudd and his woman they'll flat out tell you that she is not what you think she is. And they were 100% right about her. 100% right. Agent Mudd, when I first come out, and I proved to everybody, including him, that she was actually born a male in India. He was the first one that popped up to me and said, "Oh my God, Bob, that explains her discolor. That explains what's so freaking weird about her." And his woman even agreed. She said, "Finally, everything fits. Everything makes sense about her now. Now they understood why she is like she is." See, that's funny. And she didn't think anybody would ever find out that information. She swore up and down that nobody could ever find out what her true name was, her real birth name. Remember? She bragged about that for years. I found it. I didn't even give her the opportunity. I didn't even use it against her like this because I'm not that kind of person. I didn't say, "Elisa, make me your producer or else I'm going to show this to everybody." I didn't even tell her that. I didn't even say anything to her. You know what I did? I did a live stream and I showed it to all of you because that's the kind of person I am. I got no reason to hide information. Tony brags about he's got information on people that he never shares with people, including Rob DeHaven. Why would you hide that kind of information? Can you think of some reasons? Post up your reasons. I would love to read those reasons because I already know why. Because he himself is a low-life piece of trash. That's why. Otherwise, he would have already shared that information. And what about Leaf? Same exact thing with Leaf. He claims he's got all this information about people, but he doesn't share it. Oh, he should absolutely share that information. But it's also for those same exact reasons I got the hell back out of Kermit Friends because who the fuck cares? If you're such a lowlife that you're going to act just like them, I don't even want to know you. So I blocked all of them people on every single thing that I'm associated with, like social networks like Twitter or on Discord or in my cell phone. And they're going to stay blocked on everything I touch because I don't want them people around me. I don't want to associate with those people. It doesn't even make any sense to associate with people who just go around hating like a chicken with their heads cut off. It doesn't make any sense. Does it make any sense? No, it doesn't. I'd rather know good people that are nice people any day of the week. If I'm going to have somebody on my live stream, I'd much rather have somebody like Amora than somebody like Wits End or Dumpster Rick, who does live in a dumpster. Not technically, but he's that kind of trash. Him and H. Brogan have done more to hurt Kermit and Friends than anybody in Kermit and Friends. Yet nobody really sees it, so they just put it in denial. How's that even possible when you know the things that the Taylors have done, the things that Wits End has done, Rob DeHaven, and you can't include these other two people when I'm telling you that these two people have been together that I know of since 2015. You can't even separate them from each other. That's how glued together they are. Tall, dark, and a handful. You know the many bad things that he's done against Elisa Jordana. And what does she do? She puts her arm around him and gives him a big, healthy, fat kiss sort of thing, right? This would be like the equivalent of somebody cutting off all of her fingers, and then they go visit her at the hospital, and she reaches up and gives them a hug and a kiss and says, "Oh, mwah, I love you. Can you please cut my toes off next time? Where's the logic in this? I'm sorry, guys, but I will never understand that type of logic, ever. And I simply do not want to even know that those kind of people even exist. I know they exist. They're the dumbest people on the planet. So that's where I'm at in all of this mess. I don't want to even do these videos even anymore. But I knew that people were very curious. Why did you just up and leave again out of there? Why did you go ape shit for the last couple of days over there? Well, now you know why. I was simply trying to wake her up about those people. But instead of waking up, she ended up making wits in an admin in there. Of course, they got no power over there. It's weak. And then she made it so I couldn't even show any pictures over there. But I got pictures to prove everything I said about Cochise, about Chicken Andy, and about everybody I said anything about. And I'm the only one that continues to post proof of those things. All of you have never, ever shown one shred of evidence outside of Leaf. And the only thing he's ever shown, he's gone back into the Discord, like he'll go back a year ago and show whatever him and Elisa were talking about once upon a time. But she was heavily talking him into going after Andy Dick and Captain Content. That is true. And he didn't even want to do it. But she kept on pushing to the point he got pissed off and he got mad at her. But what really caused that? Oh, yeah. The fake Elisa Jordana accounts that several people run over there. I'll name them. I'll tell you who's got fake Elisa Jordana accounts. All you got to do is look at those last four numbers. Wits End has a fake profile with different numbers, the last four. Tall, Dark, and a Handful has one. The Taylors have one. Harry Brogan has one. The biggest one of all that's got on full, Dumpster Rick, has a fake at least a Jordana account. But they communicate with each other in another location, and they know when so-and-so is going to bring this account in so the other one don't do that. And they'll sit back and they'll be verbally talking elsewhere while they're doing this to these people in that Discord. It's so funny. It's like playing a video game. You know, you go to Discord because a Discord was actually created not as a Discord, but it was created as a game platform where people could verbally communicate while they were playing video games. That's exactly what it's really good for even now. It's really good for that because you can line up a whole bunch of people in voice chat over there while you're playing a video game. And you can hear everybody talk, right? So it's very good. It's very good for that. You can set it up on two separate PCs. So out of this here, you hear these people talking. And over here, you hear maybe one or two people talking. So that's what Discord is really good for. I had a Discord account for years, for over 10 years, but it was because I used to play World of Tanks. And those people that I was in that group with at the time, they communicated on Discord. I hadn't even used Discord in like over 10 years before I went back into Discord. And the only reason I went back in there is because I met Elisa Jordana. But I know the filthy trash that introduced me to her, and I got no respect for them motherfuckers. You know, I don't really care about them. So, but if they think I don't know how that all came about, they have heavily fooled themselves. They're wrong. I do know. And I tell you, I love it when people that come at me wrong or try to set me up for downfalls think that I don't know things. I will tell you all a secret. There is a way from your computer browser without using any browser, and not your computer browser, from down there in your command box. There is a command you can put in there to search for any fucking thing you want to see online. I can read anybody's fucking email. It's a felony to do this, by the way, so don't get caught doing it. But anything that you are blocked from reading, all you got to do is punch it down in your command center down there, and you can read every fucking thing every fucking body's saying about you. So if you think I don't know, I don't know what to tell you. A fucking 10th grader could do that shit. That's how easy it is. Don't come at me with your bullshit. Oh, Bob, I'm your friend. Shut the fuck up, you little bitch. That's what I tell them. And if people don't know why I get mad at certain people, that's the reason. You're talking shit behind my back and you do it for months in on day after day. I already know all about you. I don't need to know another fucking thing about you. You're a trashy, filthy, lying piece of shit. And that's the way that cookie crumbles, as they would say if you were watching a comedy show, right? I'm tired, but before I go to bed, I'm going to go get me a nice warm shower, and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not probably going to sleep real soon, but I am getting a little tired. I'm going to take a break. I might be going to sleep here real soon. I'm getting really tired. Tomorrow I want to do a live stream, and if anybody wants to come on the panel, you're more than welcome. I don't want to talk about Kermit friends or any of that bullshit, though. If you do have a good topic to talk about, whatever it is, I'm interested in hearing it. Despite popular belief, I'd rather do more listening than talking. But when you do podcast, well, of course, you have to do most of the talking if that's what it's about, right? So that's why I do all of the talking on my podcast for the most part, because that's what it's about. It's about communicating with people. I've thought about doing a Bible study, but those things can be boring, to be honest with you. And I don't know if I ever want to do one of those just to educate people. I see that as a glorious waste of time. I've done it in the past, and I'll tell you what ended up happening every time, or what seems to happen. One time, I'll give you an example. I started up a Bible study, and I got into the 5th book of the Bible, right? And so I'm in the book of Exodus, and I started up at the next live stream, and I start talking about it, and right away, 3 brand new people popped in the live stream. Oh my God, you're doing a Bible study. Can you start over? What the fuck? Like, do you ever go to a Bible study or anything like that, any kind of class, and you come in late, like 3 weeks late? It's a 6-month class. You come in 3 weeks late, and do you think that teacher is going to start the class over again just for you? Are you fucking stupid or what? So that's the reason I don't want to do a Bible study. That, and then people will come at you like, you sometimes you get people that have like an endless amount of questions for no reason. I will boot them motherfuckers in a flicking flick of a flying moment, because those are stupid people. I don't even want to know people like that if you're that fucking stupid, you know? So I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna get involved in that type of activity. If I do a Bible study, I'm not gonna have it to where a group of people are asking questions. I will do it to where I do the study, and then I'll go read a question from each person, like one question, and that's it. And I will tell people, like, if I do go to do this, I'm going to tell people, you get one question, and you don't get your question read until after the Bible study is done. You see, I think that's the best way to handle something like that, don't you? But so I might be doing that within the next few months. But God, man, a lot of people ask me to do that, but I got to tell y'all, I don't have much of any interest in doing that, because it could be such a problem doing that, But if I don't know if I did it in the form of a live stream, it might work out. I might try to do that in one of my channels. I am operating on 5 channels right now. So if you're not following all of those channels, I can read off the names of those channels. Actually, I did it in my last live stream. I read off the names of all of those channels. So I will do that right now. Again, just for you. One of them is named T-Bob, skip a space, Kermit. I'm going to be changing that name because I don't want anything to be associated with Kermit and Friends. So this name on this channel, if you're watching that channel, is going to be changed. That's my newest channel that I've started up. I don't even know how many followers I got on there, but it's not many. It absolutely is not that many. I'm also live streaming right now on another channel that you're probably most likely watching me on. And that channel is named Trumpster Bob. I keep that name because, well, I am Trumpster Bob, and I do want to write several books under that name. And that is going to take place. And I don't want anybody else trying to steal my name in form of copyright because I've had that name since 2016. And I am the original Trumpster Bob. Period. I'm the only Trumpster Bob. So I'm never going to change the name on that channel. And I may even start up another channel with that name. So now you know why that is simply never going to change. I got another channel I'm going to change the name on. It's called EOC, skip a space, T-Bob. It's the one with my full logo with the with both of the arms going up right in the little the hat that says Trump on it. It's a beret. Technically, it's a beret. I drew all of that on Microsoft Paint. There's another channel called, and I'm going to change the avatar on this channel. I only created that just to piss off Wits In because his stupid social network that he supposedly took down, he does that all the time, by the way, is my American flag that I drew, another one with a bell on it, a red bell, and it looks different but similar to his bell. In fact, it's almost exactly the same as his bell. But he only did that because he got into it with somebody over there at Taco Bell. And I just thought about it. I said, if he likes getting under people's skin like that for no reason, I think I'll get under his skin for no reason. So ever since then, I've kept that up on that channel because I don't like the piece of shit. So that channel, I will be changing that avatar, by the way, on that channel. But it's called T-Bob, skip a space, conservatives. I think I used to have that name, Trumpsters and Conservatives, on that one. But it's such a long name, I don't even care about that. And I have another channel where I have a pyramid that I drew. It's a yellow pyramid with blue background. It's kind of like the sky behind the pyramid. That channel is named TBobs with an apostrophe in between the last B and the S. TBobs, skip a space, podcaster, skip a space, review, and so on. But if you just look up Trumpster Bob's podcast and review, you're probably going to find it. Does that make sense? But if you need the full name, I'll give you the full name. I can't even remember it. Oh, yeah, it's called TBob's Podcaster Review and Real News Network. And off of that name, since I made that name on that Discord while I was on this YouTube channel, since I came up with that name, 12 fake Trumpster Bob accounts popped up on Discord. Elisa counted 10 at one time. I counted 12. But I could have double counted a couple. I don't know. There's so many. And there's still people doing it to this day over in Discord. And it's so annoying. I just block every one of those people. Not all of them, but most of them. And I keep them blocked. They're banned out of my Discord. So if it's not me, or if you think it might be me trash talking you, you might want to check with me first, because it might have been me and it might not have been me. But if I'm trash talking you and you're thinking there is no reason on earth for me to be hating on you, you might ought to ask me about it first. Because unless it's actually me, it's not me. I just generally don't go around trash talking anybody that I've been good with. It doesn't even add up logically. That's like 2 + 2 = 599. It does. It's just stupid, right? But there is a lot of that, and a lot of people come to me. Bob, was you over there talking trash? No, wasn't me. I'm not even in that Discord. What? Well, who the fuck is it? Well, I don't fucking know. I'm not in that Discord. You go find out and tell me. How about that? I get that like practically every other day, if not every third day. I get that when I'm in Discord. That name is going to be changing. I actually started out Wheezy podcasting using that channel. Okay, so Wheezy's okay guy. I like Wheezy, but I'm going to be changing the name of that channel. These are like extra channels that I got, but I do use them because I rotate around these 5 channels in order to bring followers to those channels. That's why. I only got one channel where I've built that back up. It's a fairly new channel too. It's just over 600 or 700 followers, I think. But that's it. And the rest of them are way down. I got another one that's got like 350 or so followers. But the rest of them I only got a few followers on. I think one of them I got like 40 followers on, maybe 50 or whatever. It's not that many. So I do have some channels where hardly anybody follows me. And then I got channels where I got a lot of people that follow those channels. It's so funny to hear people say, oh, goddamn, why don't you go back to your channel? You only got like 10 followers over there. Well, I might have a channel I only got 10 followers on. That is true. But it proves how utterly ignorant these people are, right? Absolutely, it does. I've had channels where I've had thousands of subscribers. You're not impressing me because you have an old channel that you've got 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers on. I've had more than that. I've had shows with way over 10,000 subscribers. So you're just not impressing me whatsoever. You're nobody if you're a dumbass to me. You're just a stupid ass. So I don't know why people try to come at people with those kind of character attempts at character attacks. It doesn't make any sense. It's ignorant. It may work in Discord when you're mouthing off against each other to a little degree, but really it doesn't. It makes you look more ignorant than to make it look like you're the winner of any argument or anything, right? It's just dumb. Let me see. Is there any other channels I haven't told you about that you might not even be watching right now? I don't think so. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm giving you 4 right now. If you follow me on those 4 channels, you're pretty much going to be following me on all of the channels I predominantly go live in. So, but I got 6 other channels that I haven't really shared with people, and I don't really use them to go live stream. And then I got one channel where I've never been live on. I just upload videos, and that channel garners me more donations than anything I ever done live streaming. And I'm definitely going to keep that one going. I'm going to continue that big time. And I'm not even going to tell you what the topic is because I don't even care if anybody that follows my live streams follows that channel. So, and nobody can connect that channel with me. That's how much I love that channel. If you want to get donations, the number one way to do it is to upload videos. It is not live streaming. I love it when I get a donation from you guys. Like if I could get $20 to somebody right now, damn, I got $20. Fuck, I'm so happy about that. But in comparison, I'll make $200 in a month on that other channel before I get a $20 donation on this channel. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to help you out here with some advice. If you're somebody that really wants a channel with good content and that's going to get a lot of donation money, I think that's the way to go. I don't think, in fact, all of your best top podcasters are not live streamers. Oh, they pop up occasionally and they get real popular. There's no doubt about that. But let's face it, the number one money makers on YouTube are people that upload videos. And that's it. I don't have a video editor, so I got to be, it's tough for me to compete in that field, really, in comparison. But as soon as I get my other PC rebuilt, which I don't know when that'll be, but I'll have a video editor and I'll be able to take that a lot further along. And I'll be so happy when that happens, because you can't do anything with my with this fucking Chromebook. They suck. They just don't have programs for video editing, for example, that are worth a crap for Chromebook. And if y'all know one, I would really love to be able to hear about that. Prove what? That I can talk to your wife? Oh, I can talk to your wife right now if I want to. I got no reason to even talk to you, though. You're a piece of shit. Why would I want to talk to you? I don't give a fuck about you. On this one channel, I'm up to 197 subscribers. That's pretty good. I don't remember that, but I'm not live streaming on that channel right now. Hold on. Technically, I'm on this channel and that channel. So hold on a minute. Dun, 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 dun. Rob is mad because I found somebody online to go talk to his wife, and that person was able to create a lot of problems between him and his wife. And Rob is mad because I found somebody online, and I did that because of all of the shit that he's done against me in real life. And I'm so glad that worked out. Oh, that was glorious. Rob DeHaven has never been able to support himself. He never will. He's a loser, and he's fixing to be homeless. And again, on the 30th of this month, I'm going to celebrate that. And if anybody wants to help celebrate that with me, you are invited to this house where I live at right now. And you will be welcome. And I will buy all of the beer. Yeah, and that's pretty much what's going down on that day. So, and if you want to know where I live, it's pretty easy to find. Look up RGV Las Vegas Casino Nights and come to that house. And if you want to know in private, I will give you my address. And you're more than welcome to come here and celebrate with me. Or if you just want to hang out with me and get to know me in private in real life, you will have a good time here. I guarantee you that. But all of the beer is on me. And I might even buy some vodka and make some mixed drinks. In the blender. We could do that. Oh yeah, all kinds of flavors. I want to get cherry. I love cherry. So I'll provide the cherry and probably banana. I love banana flavors. It's so good. And I want to get some ice cream maybe even and make a little dish with the ice cream and the vodka in it. Oh, that is delicious. Make those kind of shakes, or you can put it in the dish and you can, as the ice cream melts, you can kind of sip on it with the vodka. A little bit of vodka in there is good. It's really good. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do like the lime or anything like that, but it's really good too. But it's so common. I mean, might as well make a margarita if you're gonna do that. But cherry with chocolate all over it, cherries and the vodka. Oh my God, it's so good, right? You're all welcome to come hang out here. You're better off getting a hotel room and using Uber though, because if you're gonna come over here and drink, you're probably gonna get pretty fucked up, and you're probably not gonna be wanting to drive anywhere. because that's very dangerous, especially in today's day and age. You could get a DWI, for example, and that would be really bad if that happened to you, but it happens. And so I would advise anybody that if you come here, if you're going to be doing any drinking over here, you damn sure want to get an Uber. Unless you're a female and you want to sleep in my bed for the night. But God, there's no telling what'll happen then, right? I mean, you might get pregnant. No, I'm just kidding. But and it's true. Even though Kermit friends, I talk to a lot of ladies and they're cool. I don't mind joking around about this. I know some of you are seriously interested in me, but I am going to end up marrying that girl in Africa. And unless you're somebody that's got a lot of money and can do a lot of good for me and we could have a good life together, I got no reason to look in any other direction. I wouldn't mind living with a girl or over the next year or so until I am able to make that happen. And that's not going to happen until all of my legal affairs here are done. As soon as all of my legal affairs here are finished, then I'm going to get my ass up and move to somewhere where I can really enjoy life. You understand that? So I'm pretty happy in life right now, but I want to be happier. I want to live a life that's even more fun and more content, helping people out and helping people to become better people. What's wrong with that? There is no better life than that right there. There's just not. I'm glad Witch popped in. I got to block his stupid ass. That's funny. I ought to block him on all my channels. I unblock him all the time, so he'll come in here. I used to, and then I'll block him again. And I used to go through this over and over again, but now I'm just done with the guy, so I don't even care. He always comes at me with the lamest of attacks. Prove it. Prove that you can talk to my wife. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Dude, I've called his wife many times, and he'd get mad. Motherfucker, I answered that phone and I fucking blocked your phone number. No, you have not blocked the phone number I talked to her on. You goddamn sure haven't. He don't even know what number that is. That's how dumb he is. And the fact that I was able to get them two arguing to the point that they're getting divorced, I love it. She finally woke up and smelled the coffee. She's finally somebody I can consider a person with a brain. Anytime that people disassociate with bad people is a victory for the good people. Let's face it. That's the fact. It's just the truth. That's the way it is. Prove you can talk to wife. Oh God, that fucking comment is so funny. I deleted it because I, I banned him off of my channel basically. So uh, I don't even know why he even bothers coming over here, even talking on my channel. He knows he's not welcome. He's never going to be welcome ever again. He tried to ask me for a ceasefire. Can we just have a ceasefire, Bob? I don't want to do this no more. No, because he feels like that he suckered Elisa Jordana to the point that he now controls Kermit friends. And he very well may. I don't know. He thinks he's going to move in with Elisa Jordana and she's going to pamper him and be his sugar mama and all that shit. I don't even need a fucking sugar mama. I can take care of my damn self. People like him are lowlifes. They leech and live off of other people. And his wife just got tired of having to do everything for him. And I don't even care. I hope that happens to Elisa because she's just as big a piece of trash as he is. They deserve each other. What the fuck are you talking about? So I tried to wake her up to him, and I don't think it did any good because she never, ever even uttered a single word back to me. So, but this is how she is, and she can never again use anybody against me. That's the glorious thing. If she wants to come at me, she's going to have to do it her damn self face to face. But she's scared. She won't even come into my live streams. She won't do it. Not because she don't like me. Oh no. She would love to be able to come to my live streams and prove me wrong about anything, but she can't because she was born a male. I offer right now. I fully offer to pay for that blood test if anybody can get her to agree to take it. And I will hand you $100 fucking in your pocket. And you can go to her and say, hey, Bob, offering $100 if I get you to do this. Thinking that she'll agree to it, but she'll never agree to it. If I had $10,000 to offer anybody right now that could get her to take that blood test, she will never do it. She would never do it in a million years. Because she has that Y chromosome. That's why. Ain't that a bitch? Rob is just mad because he didn't find it first. Because he couldn't. Because I did not teach him everything that I know. And that is what's got him more upset than anything. And the Taters and Rick and Brogan. They don't know what I'm capable of. I only taught them what they needed to know. But they're below me when it comes to being able to do things online. Way below me. Trust me on that. That's why they keep losing. Every time you turn this way or that way, they already lose every day, all day long. They keep losing on everything because they are natural born losers. These are dumb people who want you to believe that they're smart or they're genius, but they're not. They're flat out fucking stupid. But I will tell you this. During the years that I used them as information dogs, they went out and got me a lot of good information. And I was able to, I had fun doing a lot of those videos, but that time ended. It's gone. Those days are gone. And so the need for filthy, trashy people like them are gone. I don't need them around me anymore. See? And I don't think I'll ever be doing that type of activity again. So I don't see a great need in that. If I do, I don't foresee anything that I can't do by myself. I don't need people like that. You know, I'd rather just be surrounded by good people who have good intentions in their heart than to be around trashy people like that. You know, you feel better in your heart and as a person if you can help somebody out. Like, for example, you can meet a guy who had a few events in his life that made him homeless. You can give them a room to stay, help them get a new job, and let them go on their own. And they can get back on their feet to the point they'll move out and have a life of their own. You'll feel so happy about doing something like that than you will trashing people, trash talking people. That's a cheap high. It's a very cheap high. And it's never going to give you that magnitude of gratification that you'll get helping other people out. I like just helping people out online. If I teach somebody one fucking thing that has an impact on their life, I feel good about that. I feel very good about that. Most of the time you don't hear back from those people, but sometimes you do. And that's when you just get warm and fuzzy all over, right? That's right. And it's for those very exact reasons why I could care less to have anything to do with Kermit friends again. Because people that are surround Elisa Jordana, I've never met a single good person that actually knows her personally that's a good person. Elaine would be the closest thing to that. The absolute closest. And I met a few others that have met her that don't really care for her. Some of those are really good people. In fact, all of them that I've met have been good people so far for the most part. And then you meet people that know her online that you think are real close to her, but they're not. They only know her online. And they seem to have a selfish agenda. They don't have anything of their own going online. So why the fuck are they over there? Because they're bored people. They're so bored. They're like losers. They're bored people that's got no life and they got nothing better to do. They have to grab onto something to entertain themselves all day long. And I am not going to be here to entertain people who just want to argue all day long. Nope, that's not me. I was not set on this earth to argue with some bunch of drunks all day long. That is the biggest waste of time that you could do in your life that you will ever learn about, besides staring at a fucking rock every day, all day long. That would be a bigger waste of your time. It might be a better waste of your time for that matter. Get you in a whole lot less trouble. Wits, until you can prove any fucking thing that you've ever done or said, don't you ever come over here asking me a single motherfucking question again. See, that's one of those pieces of turds that will beg you and demand that you prove this, that you prove that you show this, that you show that. Yet they will never do that themselves because they can't. They got nothing. Rob's got nothing on nobody except for somebody like Tall Dark or the Taylors. He does have dirt on them, and I know exactly what he's got on them. So it's amazing that they ever come at me twisted, because I'm about to really fuck up the Taylor's life in real life personally, and I don't give a fuck what they think. And I don't think you would disagree with what I'm going to be doing. You may never even hear what that is. I don't even care. But they're going to regret the day they ever decided to fuck with me. I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you that to such a degree that if I can't do what I'm telling you now, Andy Dick can fuck me in the ass. And you ain't never going to see that happen. But I was glad to see that Elisa finally kicked Andy to the curb. She did need to do that. But more importantly, she needs to get away from low-life people like him. But she doesn't seem like she wants to do that. And I'll tell you why, because she'd rather have people like that as her friends because she feels safe like that. She made that comment one time. I've never felt safer in my life than I do right now, was the comment she made. And that was right after the first time that she made Rob DeHaven a producer. Imagine that for a minute. And so the other thing is, the only reason she outed and went against Captain Content and Andy Dick, she went to get with Captain in order to get Andy Dick. But Andy Dick's never going to marry her. But she wants Andy Dick's royalty money because he gets $150,000 every year. And that's it. She's only got her eyes on that money, but Andy Dick knows this because I told him. I had a talk with him about that. And I got to be honest, I hid this little secret from that stupid bitch. He said to me, and I quote, well, TBob, he said, you don't never have to worry about that because I will never marry that bitch. And I promise you that. And that conversation took place about a month and a half ago. So that's how long I've known that. And I haven't even shared that with a single motherfucker on a planet. The only reason I feel like I can share it now is because not only did not getting with Captain Content not work against Andy, but she plotted to make him jealous. If you can imagine for a minute, Andy Dick doesn't get jealous of Jack shit. He doesn't care about anything to that degree. So I don't know why she thought she could make him jealous. But that is what she does. She plots to piss men off every single day. Even though she was born a male, and she looks like a female to this day. She even spent money to have the dick inverted, and spent money to get the boobs popped out. I got pictures to prove this. She's got an Adam's apple, but she had it shaved. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know. I swear to God. That's how ignorant I am about transvestites or sex changes. Because, see, there are different kinds of transvestites. I personally met transvestites that had boobs and had a shalonka that long soft. Why does a guy with a big shalonka, that big around, soft, have a need to for a set of boobs? It's dumb. Why are you even gay if you got a shalonka that big? God damn, you should be doing pornography, right? And but there are those kind of transvestites. You got other kinds that have never even had a boob job or any kind of plastic surgery. And we saw that whenever you I don't know how many of you saw the video. You can Google the video right now. Captain Content gets a blowjob. And he got a blowjob, and you might even insert the word transvestite because this guy had fake boobs on, and he was definitely a guy. He didn't even look nothing like a woman or a female of any kind. And he gave Captain Content some head right there on the street with the door open and Captain turned around, hanging it outside. And so you got those kind of transvestites that have never had any kind of sex change. They might put on a wig, put on makeup and lipstick, but that's it. And then, of course, the ones with just the boob job done. And then you got the kind that have actually had, I'm going to have to end this live stream in a minute. I'm getting tired. Then you got the kind that have had it all done, including the dick inverted. And then you got the kind that have even apparently had their Adam's apple shaved so that you can't tell that they have an Adam's apple unless you look real close or unless you're able to put your hand on their throat and feel it, because you can feel the bones in there, even with the shaved Adam's apple. Unfortunately, I've had to do a little reading on the topic. That's how I even know this. So, wow, I've got a picture with her full Adam's apple, and there is no, and I mean there is no question about it. So she spent a lot of money on her sex change, way over $100,000. She's had the hip job done. She's had the boobs, the pecker inverted. She's had her jaw worked on. She's had her nose. She had her nose job done. Remember that? She had her lips done. The Botox. If you watch her now, she's mad because her Botox is running out and her old lips are coming back. And she's starting to look a little bit more like a man in her lips again, and that pisses her off. Now she ain't even got no job because Team Hate saw to it that she lost her job. The very people that she feels most safe with cost her fucking job. And I like that. That puts a smile on my face. I don't know why. I think it's because I tried to tell her for a year and a half now. I've been trying to warn her against these people. And she embraced these people over me and never looked back. So I feel so happy about that. And knowing that she's never going to keep another job the rest of her natural born life because of these people keeps that smile on my face. I don't know why. I don't hate her. I don't think it's right for anybody to attack somebody in real life like that. I think it's very wrong. It's very maniacal. And I tried to go over there again this last time and helped her, but I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again. She's going to have to come in my live stream and come clean about every goddamn thing I asked her before I would even consider it. And even then, I'd probably just laugh in her face and say, fuck you, bitch. You know, I mean, that's how I feel about her. And because she's such a deceiving liar, you know, and she spends every waking moment of her life plotting against men and trying to piss off men by going to the people they don't like or don't like them or their worst kind of enemies and friending them up. And then she'll go out of her way to get with them in real life. I'll give you a prime example. The latest finascal by her was to get with Chicken Andy, right? Well, Chicken Andy has HIV. I don't even think she knew that. And I can prove that. I can absolutely prove that. So I don't want to hear no bullshit about that. But Chicken Andy is one of the biggest gay wads you ever met over there at AP2, right? So he's gay as fuck. Okay, big deal with that. But he does have HIV, but yet he's running around fucking women too at the same time, spreading AIDS. I hope he gets arrested and prosecuted for that shit, because that is a felony in this country to do that. And to knowingly spread AIDS. And he knowingly has HIV. So he's not allowed to even be having sex with other people like that, because he can spread AIDS whether you're on that medication or not. That medication is not 100%. You can still spread the HIV virus. That's why it's still a law, and it's still federal. It's called attempted murder. And if those people die from AIDS prior to the person that gave it to them, they then upgrade the charge. They take you back to court and they charge you with murder, and you'll spend the last of your AIDS days in prison, with all the other AIDS cases getting butt fucked on a regular basis. Or if you're a female doing that, you get thrown in one of their prisons. And Big Mama gets to have her way with you the rest of your life. So I like that law. I got no problem with that law, because people should not be doing that, spreading diseases like that on purpose, knowing that they got it. Right? That's wrong. And I think all of you would agree with me on that. So, but Chicken Andy, why does she even pretend to get with him? To try and piss off Captain Content in particular, but also Andy Dick. And that's why she just doesn't have too many friends in real life. She really don't. Her biggest fan base is over there on Kermit Friends, and literally half of the people over there don't even like her. They really don't. Nobody respects her. I don't even know why she continues to have that stupid Discord over there. It's dumb. It's not going to get her anywhere. It ruined her reputation, and it will continue to keep her reputation ruined. As long as she has a Discord, that will always be the case. It's never worked in her favor. It's only worked against her. I think it was working a little bit in her favor when I first joined, but man, has it gone downhill since. It's gone so far downhill, I don't think she can save it. There's nobody on her fucking Discord that can help her out to any major degree. I mean, she's got one person that might could do this. She's got another person that could do that. She's got another person that could do that. But she has nobody that can fix her fucking Discord. She's got nobody that can restate her reputation. Nobody. She's got nobody. Nobody. Wits End can't do it because he's a turd. So it's in his nature to be a fuck up. Plus, he's fixing to be homeless anyway. So who cares? I'm even go throw a party. Yeah. In fact, if somebody, where's my phone? I'm going to get a hold of his wife, ex-wife at this point. They're not technically divorced yet. I'm going to invite her right down here to party with us on the 30th. And if anybody else can get in contact with her and try to invite her down here, please do. I will buy your dinner, and I will buy every, in fact, we're going to have a barbecue out here. It's on me. I'm paying for it. I'm going to have a barbecue, and I don't know what we'll cook yet. Either chicken or hamburgers or straight up fucking some kind of steak or something like that. Maybe pork chops. I don't know. But we're going to barbecue out here. We got all kinds of fucking barbecue grills out here at this house. On the 30th, and there may nobody show up. I don't know. But I'm still going to buy beer and drink the fuck out of it. I promise you that. And I'm going to have plenty of beer here. Plenty of alcohol and plenty of everything else that you're going to want. But his wife is absolutely invited here. I would love to have a party with that chick. Hell, she might end up moving down here. I can get her a place down here for cheap if she needs a place. I don't want to move in with her, though. I wouldn't want to move in with her to that. Nah. She's not my type. And I don't think I'm her type, maybe, but that's a no-go. Um, I probably only met 3 women online that I would even let move in with me. I'll put it that way. 3 women, and that's it. There's a couple of more I would do for a time, only because they need it. Like, Brutally Lauren is the one that's on Captain Constant stream, and I'm really not. I don't know if I want to keep that offer up anymore because she's probably got a lot of fucking STDs, right? And she's out there with taking her clothes off and flashing Cappy and all of that. That's nasty. I don't want a woman like that around me, really. I just feel sorry for her, and that's it. And she's not butt ugly, but let's face it, she ain't no queen. Is she? Does anybody think she's really like gorgeous or anything? No, she's not. She's average. I would call her average at best. And so maybe I should just go ahead and make it public. That offer's off the fucking table. How about that? And that's another group, IP2. I've only met a few good people over there. The rest of them are filth and trash. All of them. They ain't nothing but trash talkers and people that walk around like, the worst kind of people you don't never want to know is an IP2 and Kermit and Friends. Like if you were to take 98% of all of them people, if you were to take any of them to the fucking restaurant, right? You'll never be able to go back to that restaurant again because of those people. That's what kind of people they are. So why would I want to take them out to eat? I wouldn't. I don't want to know those kind of people. See? But so there you have it. I come clean about a lot of things tonight about why I left IP2, or not IP2, but Kermit Friends. I just don't care about Kermit Friends. I don't care to ever be in an RV. Who the fuck wants to live in an RV? And they say, well, Goo has a house. No, she don't. Her parents own a fucking house. Goo don't even make any money. She likes to tell people that she makes $1,000 a month on her live stream. I've never even heard of her fucking live stream, and I doubt she gets that much per month. Not to mention that a large amount of people over there in IP2, they're drug mules. They deliver packages for a living. That's how they make all that money. They funnel the money via, or it's called money laundering. They launder the money via donations. I can hand anybody $1,000 now and make $1,000 donation to me and make it public. That way, when the IRS goes and they're looking at these people, oh, well, he makes his money on donations. They won't look again, right? More people are starting to get caught doing that these days. You should pay attention to the news a little bit more often. It may not make mainstream news, but you can Google it. So many people are getting busted doing that these days, and I love it. And I think more people should tell on people like that, doing that shit. Do you think it's right for people to not have to pay their fair share of tax? Or are you in favor of fentanyl being hauled around the country, possibly sold in some junior high school somewhere to some kid that's going to die from it? I don't think so. And so I'm 100% in favor of people that rat on people like that. I would be a rat in a fucking heartbeat if I seen that shit going on. Anywhere, even here, and I don't give a fuck who it is on the goddamn planet. I will call the fucking cops on you if I see you drug dealing to that degree. And I have done it in the past. To people I personally know, that know me personally. Fuck them. If they're low-life pieces of trash like that, I'm calling the cops on them. I don't give a fuck. You can call me a rat all you want. I love rats. I love those kind of rats. Now, I'm not the kind of guy that would rat on you if I'm your best friend and you're smoking pot or selling that. I don't even rat on people I know that maybe get real weak and do a little cocaine. I don't give a fuck. That's your personal life. You want to do that shit, go ahead. But I will tell you how bad it is for your body, and we can actually absolutely talk about that. And then if you still decide to do it, well, that's on you. And if you get caught someday doing it, well, I've tried to tell you. But let's face it, anything cocaine, like crack cocaine and up, is bad. Did you know that there are people that did not know that crack is cocaine? It's called crack cocaine. That's exactly what it is. I disagree with the guy earlier, but only because I was so busy flying off the handle over there on that stupid Kermit Friends Discord. That it is baking soda. There is a way to turn regular cocaine into crack cocaine, and it's not hard. You can do it right there in your kitchen. It's so easy. And but you can ask Jay about that. He's done it plenty of times. He'll tell you exactly how to do it. Jay's a pretty good guy. I like Jay though. I keep telling him, no, don't do it. Walk away, walk the other way, and he keeps walking the other way, so that's good. He does constantly spend his entire day, every day, smoking pot and getting high. He lives for that. And well, if that's what he wants to do with his life, that's on him. I still don't hate the guy though, because he's not one of these people that are out trying to fuck other people's lives up. Those kind of people absolutely should be shot to death or belong in a fucking prison somewhere. And any time I see somebody literally murder somebody like that, I swear to God, I didn't see a fucking thing. That's how I feel about people like that, because people like that are the exact people that will be trying to talk a kid into doing those kind of drugs. And they're nothing but troublemakers. And troublemakers are not the kind of people that anybody really wants to be around. Because at the end of the day, they're going to fuck you too. They'll fuck you over in a heartbeat. They'll bring your life down. You'll lose your job, your career, or whatever's going on in your life will be turned to filthy trash in a heartbeat. So why would you want to hang around those kind of people? I have no logical understanding for that. And I think we would have to ask somebody like Elisa Jordana to explain that to us so that we can have a better understanding of this. Because if you honestly think getting a mass murderer to move in with you kind of thing is going to make you safe, you made the biggest mistake of your life. Right? Does that make sense? So I can't understand her sometimes. She just, I'm just kind of like, is she really this dumb? Every fucking thing she does is trolling people, and she lives her entire life trying to piss off other men by making them jealous and upset and really mad. Charmin loves this about her. She's even talked about it on her live stream, like literally every Sunday practically. Like last Sunday, you could see her when Charmin came in the show, and she's got those fucked up eyebrows of hers and that stupid grin on her face, that shit-eating grin that she's got. And she said, oh, I totally love that. The way there are going to be so many men pissed off about that. Like, oh, I'm enjoying every moment of that. That is how stupid she is. That's what kind of people they are, though. They're filthy, trashy people. The women that do that are just as bad as any man on a fucking planet that have ever done anything bad outside of, raping kids and shit, and killing people. I mean, let's face it. These are low-life scumbag people. Other women don't even want to fucking know them. That's why they never have any friends in real life. Charmin doesn't have any real friends in real life. She goes on a date one time with a man, and that's it. She'll be lucky if they come over to her place after that. There was a guy here, I think last year, that she went on a date with. She went out to eat. He came over, had sex with her, and then you never heard from him again. She never heard from him again. See, once you learn the truth about these kind of people, you don't want them around. I would never want a woman around me like that. This is a matter of time before she fucks me over, right? So fuck her. I don't want to know any woman like that. Baked Alaska. I never watched Baked Alaska. So many people ask me that. I don't care about Baked Alaska because I'm never going to watch it. To me, it's a redundant show. I got no reason to go watch Baked Alaska. You go watch it. If you like it, hey, more power to you. I don't even know what the fuck it show's about. I know it exists. I went over there one time and some guy was just talking about some nonsense that I don't even give a fuck about. So why would I? What the fuck? Like I could probably name some shows to you that you've never even heard of and ask you, what do you think about this or that or this or that? Number one, I don't give a fuck what you think about anybody or any other show. Number two, why would I even care to ask you such a question like that? Because I don't care what you even think about it. So I don't know why you're asking me that question. A lot of people have asked me that one question right there. It's incredible. I get asked a lot of questions, but there are some questions that stand out because it's a repetitive question. And I guess some people think maybe I should go hook up with this guy or that girl or whatever, and they're always wrong. Wappy tried to hook me up with some wacky dude chick over there in Discord. I got no interest in that bitch. I don't even know her. Now I'm not saying she ain't a good person, and I'm not saying that she might not be a nice looking woman, but what the fuck? Why do people feel the need to set me up with women? If Tammy gets divorced, we might hook up together. You never know, right? I might hook up with her. I do know what she looks like, and she's not a bad looking woman. She's definitely a turn on. Imora would be an absolute bombshell to hook up with. And then there's that Daniele chick. I mean, she looks like a ball of fun. So there's a lot of women like that are always, kind of coming at me or in my direction that, well, something to think about. But unless I ever really talk to these people, there's nothing ever going to come out of it. So what are we even talking about it for? Right? It's a waste and redundancy to even talk about that. So to answer your question, anybody's question about Baked Alaska, I don't even know what the show's about. I don't care about it. I really don't give a flying fuck about it. Not the kind of shows I watch. So, but I'm not here to tell you what to watch. I can't control what you like and don't like any more than I can control whether you like to suck a dick or not. Think about that for a minute. Like, I know people that are gay, and what business, they might be sucking a dick right this very second for all I know. I don't give a fuck. If they want to suck a dick, let them suck a dick. It's not like you can stop it anyway, unless you go kill a motherfucker or something, and then you go to prison. I mean, I don't care about those things. Just don't bring it my way, because that ain't never gonna, oh, hell no, that's never gonna happen. You're really in a la la land if you think that would ever fucking take place. I don't go around, I don't go around having sex with a lot of women. I just don't. Because there's too many sexual diseases out there. Hell, there's crap out there that just now getting invented as far as we know. There's crap out, there's bacteria, there's fungus, there's all kinds of crap you can catch. I can't catch a single virus on the planet. I can have sex with a goo and not even worry about her having AIDS or any other kind of virus. But what if she's got a little microscopic worm that I get infected with that I can't get rid of, that no doctor can get rid of? They do exist, by the way. And or anything else like a bad fungus or bacteria that could kill me or eat away half of my face. I'm never going to get with a woman like that, like Goo. I would never get it. Really, in real life, I would never get with Goo. I already know she owned a house. I already knew everything about her before I ever even mentioned her name out of my mouth. So the only reason I ever mentioned her name out of my mouth was just to get her to talk. And she doesn't talk to a lot of people. She's very limited in who she talks to. And I think she's very limited in what people actually like her. Kermit Friends really likes her, but let me explain that to you. whoever Elisa Jordana says she really loves, all of her followers, oh, they just love the fuck out of her. But if you take that same person and they never knew Kermit and Friends and they meet Goo, they will not fucking like her. It's a fact. They're just sucking ass so they can move up in the food chain. And there's no food chain to move up on. You're in the lowest of life fucking podcast and groups that you could possibly be in. How far up can you move? What are you finally gonna duck your head out of a pile of shit and say, oxygen, because you're a maggot? Think about that for a minute. You're in a pile of shit right now if you're in Kermit Friends, and you are a maggot, and until you are able to stick your head out of that pile of shit, you're never going to even turn into a fly. So why the fuck would you want to be associated with that shit? I don't want anything to do with it. Since months ago when I learned and I figured out what kind of a pile of shit that Kermit Friends really is. And that's my opinion on it, and it's not ever going to change. Biden's America. Okay. I'm thankful to the stupid people, because without stupid people, you don't know who to block off your channels, right? Like that maggot right there. Fuck you and fuck the Democrats and fuck Joe Biden. That's how I feel about that. Come over here trash talking. I told you I block all the trash talkers. I will block any motherfucker coming in here trash talking. And it doesn't have to be against me. If you start trash talking other people in my live stream, you're gone. And you'll never be unblocked. I quit unblocking people a long time ago. Like, I absolutely stopped. If you get blocked from here on out, you're going to stay blocked for the rest of my fucking life. So don't ever come ask me to unblock a single goddamn motherfucker that I block. Because if I block people, it's because they earned it. They were in here trash talking. They're never going to be back. You're not going to get a second time to come in here and trash talk. But you think I'm just going to let you come over here and trash talk all of the people that are in here? You lost your fucking mind. I do want to go have a little snack and maybe grab something to drink before I go to sleep. I know. Yeah, we get tired. Probably within 2 hours, I'm going to be snoring. So there you go, guys. Peace out. God bless. And I will catch you on the next go around. How about that? And I don't have any fancy music to play on my way out. So I'm just going to say goodbye. And I really hope that you good people have a good life. And I hope you continue to go that way. You don't have to go through the experiences or the things that I do to learn these lessons in life. Not when you got people like me here to tell you about them, right? Oh, there you go. So, yeah, I've been done with Kermit Friends for a long time. I got zero interest in Kermit Friends or Elisa Jordana, and I could care less to even know that she exists for the rest of my life. That is how I feel about it, and that is never going to change. She can't even change that opinion because she's never going to change who she is. So there you go. All right. Bye-bye.